I'm happy with the performance. I still think there's a little bit of, dead leg in us at the moment. We're after working really, really hard, and at times fellas had to dig deep to find the energy to track runs. Like they carry the ball extremely well down the middle of the field. They've runners running off the shoulder, left, right, and centre, and that takes huge energy and work rate to keep tracking those runs over and over and over again. And we put in a huge amount of tackles out there tonight as well. Used the ball very well, created a lot of scoring chances, didn't take them all, and a few times it broke down, just because of a handling error or a poor touch, and but for that, we would have been little bit slicker, and I think it was a good performance overall. I'm happy with it.
When it's not a do or die clash, you were through anyway. Is it harder to get the team up for it, or would you be more pleased on the basis of a good performance when it wasn't do or die?
Listen, I suppose when you're on the outside looking in, you'll be looking at all these different factors. When you're on the inside, you're not looking out, you're only looking at yourself, and every day you go out you try to be the best you can be, and every player goes out to be the best he can be every single night, and the team goes out to be the best team they can be every single night. Conditions weren't exactly ideal out there either, so fellas will drop a ball because of the conditions. It was windy and it was wet. They will have a poor touch off the stick, or they'll miss a pickup because the grass isn't maybe that lush on the ground, and it's that it's just not perfect conditions. And we have to be forgiving of the players in that circumstance, because they're trying to do everything at such high speed. It doesn't come off every time in poor conditions. I think that the endeavour of both sides was very commendable tonight. I think both sides worked extremely hard. And
for Garrod Chegarty to score 1-5 from playing in those conditions, always.
Yeah, I suppose he hurled for 40 minutes. He did okay. He was still getting going today. I think his first 15 or 20 minutes he struggled to get on the ball a bit, and he worked his way into the game, and I suppose that's a sign of his experience now as well. Bit of patience, a bit of savvy to find himself in the right position and a couple of balls and get the rhythm going, and not to panic. And he had a fantastic game. There's no doubt about that. One of his scores down the sideline was just mesmerising score. So yeah, he's in great form at the moment. He's working really, really hard like the rest of the group, and there's different guys popping up their heads every second week, so that's always a positive.
How good was the week away?
The week away was hard work. That's the bottom line. You don't go away with a bunch of players like this and sit in your laurels. Everybody worked extremely hard. Players worked extremely hard, and we're seeing that this week. We've still got that little bit of dead leg in the system this week, where fellas are a little bit tired. A lot of bugs going on, at the moment as well, and lots of, our players are not like any other group of people. Everybody picks up something some stage along the line, so we've had a bit of that as well this week. So all in all, we're happy where we're at, and we're delighted now to be able to have a period of time where we can plan it maybe a little bit better for the next 2 weeks in terms of getting ready for the semi-final.
John, a word on that full back line. Obviously Barry Nash going in there to lay Aaron Costello as well. What did you make of him today?
I thought they did exceptionally well. Barry had a fine game in there, as we knew he would. He's in great form this year. He's a very adaptable player, and I think he played exceptionally well. His use of the ball was brilliant. He's attacking the ball, he took balls in the air. His first touch was superb. He was very comfortable on shot puck outs from the goalkeeper. I could go on. Very much in control of his game, and he's really having a great season so far, and I know that he'll continue. I thought the full back line was excellent tonight. Mike Casey, Aaron Costello, and Sean Finn coming on the second half very solid as well.
And obviously Kyle Hayes in midfield. Were you happy with him? Is that something that you'd try again?
We'll have to wait and see. It's a little bit different. We have to start trying a few little bits and pieces. That's another angle for us to go at. Certain teams we might need a different dynamic in the middle of the field, and these are the games for us to try out those things. I thought Kyle worked extremely hard tonight, extremely hard.
You'll be keeping an eye on Waterford, obviously coming into the Munster Championship. You'll be coming up against them again in a matter of months. Are they maybe that bit more dogged this year, where they kept in there with you even though you were playing maybe a lot of the hurling, whereas last year you might have maybe pulled away?
Yeah, listen, I said it to you the other day. These guys are very well prepared, very well organised. They know exactly what they're doing, and they're well able to do it well. You got to forget about the last 2 years when you're talking about Waterford now. That's the bottom line. They're a formidable side with fine hurlers, well able to take scores, and they work extremely hard for each other. So the bottom line is, forget about the past. It's all about 2020. It's all about the next games coming around the corner.
A bit of a break now and into the semi-finals. You'll be able to take the week to prepare for that.
yeah, it just gives you a little bit more scope in terms of managing the load. So yeah, we're looking forward to the next 2 weeks now and getting ready for the semi-final. Really looking forward to it.
Are you pleased with some of the options you're developing now that Shane Dowling is going to be out for a while? He's made such a big impact off the bench, especially the last few years.
He has, yeah. And listen, who knows? You know, he's going to go into his rehab program now in the next 6-8 weeks, and you know, all is not lost yet. You know, we stuck with Richie McCarthy for the whole year last year, and Paul Brown, you know, as well. You know, Sean Finn the previous couple of years. We've had players continuously going through the phase of the last 4 years where they picked up long-term injuries, and we've just kept working away on them, and eventually they come right. And you never know the day you're just going to get that person that, you know, comes through that type of phase of injury, and when you need them, they're there. So you know, he'll get all the support he needs, and he'll work hard over the next 6 to 8 weeks, and we'll see where he's at. You know, it's still early doors. You know.